Hello friends, good morning. I am Colonel Padmanabhan. Today I shall be talking on opportunities in the armed forces. Earlier I made 4 videos in parts about the benefits of joining armed forces at length. Recently the Director General of Recruitment made a statement that there will be more than 1 lakh vacancies in the armed forces and the recruitment rally and selection of officers have already commenced. I want to sum up about the armed forces that if you want a living, join the corporate, but if you want a life, join armed forces. Whether it is an officer or a Jawan, irrespective of the category, today job in armed forces is most promising. Before I start, let me touch upon some of the salient points of benefits of joining armed forces. First of all is the status. That is, minimum at the age of 22 years, you will be a class 1 gazetted officer. You shall be getting commission from the President of India. Secondly, you will be serving the nation, whereas others in the civil, they are working. It's a marked difference. Third is the social recognition. In the civil, you have a status, you have a standing. You stand out. And fourthly, you always hold your rank. That is, even after retirement, you will be Brigadier X retired. Or when you even leave this world after death, you will be Brigadier X late. The second is the job security. From the age of 22 years to 58 minimum, your job is secured. But you all will know that during the COVID-19, how people lost their job because of the situations. So job security is there. Then is the job satisfaction. The mere fact that you cleared service selection board, that speaks that you have the passion for joining armed forces. There will be variety of exposure you get during your service. That is the regimental, the staff, the instructional, the commanding officer, and the foreign assignment. You get a chance to join the United Nations peacekeeping force in foreign countries. Also, you will be serving in the peace area, the field area, the high altitude area, the desert area, the jungle area, etc., etc. Then the multicultural. You will be interacting with the people, officers, Jawan from the entire nation, and also interacting with the officers and Jawan of foreign countries during various courses. After the aid to civil authorities and the disaster management, during your peace tenure, there will be occasions you can be part of the aid to civil authority and also the disaster management as part of the social service. Now the financial security. Now during the 4th year of your training in the academy, your stipend itself would be 56,100. I was talking to my ex-cadet who has done engineering from a very reputed college and joined a very leading IT company and has put in 4 years of service. And I asked her, how much are you getting? She told me, sir, in all I get 30,000. But here, 21 years, when you're in the 4th year of your commission training, you're getting a stipend of 56,100. And once you pass out as a lieutenant or as a sub-lieutenant, your starting salary per month would be nearing 1 lakh. Now coming to the various facilities, your medical facilities, the best of facilities, the research and referral hospitals in Delhi, the command hospitals, the base hospital, the military hospitals, where you can get treatment for yourself, your parents, your children. Then after retirement, you have the ECHS, the ex-serviceman contributory health scheme, where most of the super specialty hospitals are empaneled and you can continue getting treatment there. Then you have the CST canteen facilities, the adventure sports, the mountaineering, the scuba diving, the paragliding, parasailing, parajumping, hot air ballooning, car rally, etc., etc. Then for your children education, there are 137 Army public schools, 249 Army pre-primary public schools. That's basically for the tiny tots. And you have the Army Institute of Technology for engineering your wards at Pune. Then you have there are 2 medical colleges, AFMC, Armed Forces Medical College, and the Army Medical College at Delhi. Then you have the Army Dental College of Sciences, Dental Science at Secunderabad. Then you have the Hotel Management Institute, the National Institute of Fashion Designing Institute at Bangalore. You have the Army Institute of Law at Chandigarh. So these are the various academic institutions for the continuation for higher education of your children. Now coming to the quality of life, there are 62 cantonments in India, and there are very many military stations. They all standard in terms of the environment. So you'll be posted at any of these stations. 24/7 security. There will be officers' mess of very high standard, officers' club, theatre, sports complex, swimming pool, army public schools, military hospital, Kendriya Vidyalaya, shopping complex, all enclosed within the stations. Then the various types of leave, 2 months annual leave, 30 days oblique 20 days casual leave, then you have sick leave, then you have study leave. If you want to enhance your educational qualification 2 years during your career, you can go to even foreign country for your post graduation. Then you have furlough, a block of every 3 years you can get 2 months leave, furlough leave. Then the various types of allowances, that is the high altitude allowance, the field area allowance, the CI allowance, the transport allowance, the children education allowance, the house rent allowance. There are very many. These are some of the important ones. Then you get the free ration, good quality ration. Then is the accommodation. You get very good accommodation, fully furnished. That is the latest project is Merit Accommodation Project, where the water and electricity is provided by the military engineering services. Then is the funeral. That is when you leave this world, when you die, the nearest army unit contingent comes and gives the last rites, ceremonial farewell. And also immediately for the cremation, an amount of 10,000 is paid to NOK for carrying out the cremation. Now I was talking about the multicultural. There are so many personalities who excelled in civil, who are ex-armed forces children. For example, Akshay Kumar, Arun Rampal, Priyanka Chopra, Gul Panag, Sushmita Sen, Preeti Zinta, Lara Datta, Selina Jetli, Neha Dhupia, Pooja Batra, Nikita Anand, and very many more. They are all ex-armed forces children. Now the first entry is National Defence Academy. It is the first tri-service academy in the world. It was established in 1954 December at Pune, that is Kadakavasula, Pune. The eligibility is from 16 and a half years to 19 and a half years. You should be 12th pass, or you could be studying in 12th standard. For army people and navy, so for army it could be any stream, that is humanities or science stream. Whereas for Navy and Air Force, you should be studying 11th and 12th, that is science stream, physics, chemistry, maths and English. Now for Army and Navy, your height should be minimum 157 centimeters and corresponding weight, that is 43 kg onwards. But for Air Force, it should be 162.5 centimeters height. Your leg length should be 99 to 120 centimeters. And your thigh length should be 64 centimeters. And your sitting height should be 81.5 centimeters to 96 centimeters. This is the requirement when you are sitting in the cockpit to meet your requirements. The exams will be held twice a year, that is normally in April and September. And the site where you can online apply is www.upsconline.nic.in. The exams will be objective, multiple choice, and there will be negative marking. Now the syllabus will be 11th and 12th standard CBSE. Now there will be a maths paper. There will be totally 120 questions and carrying a total of 300 marks. It will be a 2.5 hours paper, and in this minimum out of 120 questions, you must get minimum 45 questions correct, and each wrong answer you should be losing, that is negative mark, that is 0.83 marks. Now next would be general ability. It has got 2 papers, English and GK. English 50 questions, each question is carrying 4 marks, that is 200 marks, and GK 100 questions, 400 marks. In total, there will be 600 marks. And every answer wrong, you lose 1.33 marks, that is the negative marking. Now, on an average, 4 to 5 lakhs candidates apply for the UPSC, for the NDA. And out of this, based on the merit, 6 to 7,000, it fluctuates, 6 to 7,000 candidates are chosen to undergo the service selection board. Now the vacancy for Army, it will be around 208, Air Force about 120, Navy 42, and Naval Academy 34. So total you can say about 404. It varies plus minus every year. Those selected candidates, they will be going for service selection board. It will be SSB will be 5 days selection. Thereafter, if you clear a service selection board, then you will undergo medical. Your physical and mental health is checked. Air Force cadets, they undergo CPSS, that is Computer Process Selection System, and PABT, that is Pilot Aptitude and Battery Test. That's basically for the Air Force candidates. After 3 years at IMA, basically 3 years you are at National Defence Academy. The various disciplines or the branches of graduation are firstly the BA, BSc, then you have BTech, and now they are starting BTech honors basically for the Air Force technical officers. After 3 years of graduation, then you will be, the Army cadets will be going to Indian Military Academy, Air Force cadets to Air Force Academy at Dindigul, Naval candidates or cadets at Indian Naval Academy, Edimala. Now during the final year, 4th year, your monthly stipend would be 56,100 rupees. Now certain qualities checked during the service selection board are firstly your effective intelligence, your reasoning ability, your power of expression, your self-confidence, your determination, your organizing ability, your initiative, courage, cooperation, sense of responsibility, stamina, group influencing ability, and speed of decision. After National Defence Academy, the next is the 10+2 technical entry for the Army. Now in all there will be 90 vacancies, and the eligibility, it will be unmarried males only. The age bracket is 16.5 to 19.5 years, and your height should be 157 centimeter, having a corresponding weight, that is 43 kg onwards. For the 10+2, you should be scoring minimum 70%, and for the English, that is 70% for the PCM, Physics, Chemistry and Mathematics, and for English minimum 50%. Now if you score 70%, the cutoff varies from year to year. I think last year it was 85%. So you should be scoring maximum possible, because it will be an all India merit. In the application can be online apply, can be made www.joinindianarmy.nic.in. It will be a permanent commission, and once the application is complete, after the closing date, you will be getting a roll number, and you can take 2 copies of your printout, and the roll number will be available there, and you have to self-attest 1 copy of your application downloaded, and when you go for the SSB, carry this self-attested copy of your application, and also the 10th and the 12th standard original certificates, your ID proof in original, and 20 passport photographs. And regarding the service selection board, if you are selected, you will be getting an email on your email ID, and for the service selection board, you will be entitled for the AC3 trade, train fire and other TADA, and it will be a 5 days service selection board. The same qualities what I heard for National Defence Academy. After, if you are through for the service selection board, then you will undergo medical in any of the military hospitals, command hospitals. Then based on the, since I told you there will be 90 vacancies, so overall merit across India will be made, and you will be called to join the academy. The 3 training institutes for the Army are firstly the College of Military Engineering, a very famous premier institution at Pune, Then Military College of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering Military College of Electronics and Mechanical Engineering, Secunderabad. Then the Military College of Telecommunication Engineering, MOU, that is MP. And after the 3 years, there will be 1 year post-commission training and a basic military training at Officers Training Academy, Gaya. During the 4th year, you will be getting a stipend of 56,100 rupees per month, like NDA. And you will be passed out as a commissioned officer of lieutenant rank. So this is about the technical entry scheme for the Army permanent commission. No UPSC entrance examination, straight away service selection board. Now same scheme is for the naval, that is 10+2 technical entry scheme for the Navy. This is conducted at Naval Academy, INA, Edimala. Again, the age bracket is same, that is 16.5 to 19.5 years. Height is 157 centimeter and it should be having a corresponding weight, that is 43 kg onwards. Again, 12th standard, you should be doing physics, chemistry, PCM and English. And to apply your eligibility criteria, it should be minimum 70%. Last year, I think I was told, I'm not very sure, it was 88%. So try and get 90%. Now, once you apply for the joint entrance engineering, that JEE exam, there will be an option. Would you like to join Indian Naval Academy? Given a chance, if you make the merit, then you tick it, all India based. Then the site is www.joinindiannavy.gov.in. Fill in the application online, and then the naval headquarters, they shortlist all in their merit. Everybody will not be called depending upon the strength they are going to put through the service selection board. Those candidates will get an email or an SSB, as for the SSB service selection board call. Again, like NDA and 10+2 Army scheme, the SSB will be for 5 days, followed by strict medical in the military hospital. And once you join, if you make and if you are in the merit, then you will be called to join the Naval Academy at Edimala. And engineering will be applied electronics and communications, mechanical and electrical. And 4th year commissioning, you will be getting a stipend of 56,100. Then you will be passed out as a sub-lieutenant, and you will be joining a midshipman course. Now coming to the vacancy, there will be a total of 5 vacancies for the education, and for the executive and the technical branch 29 vacancies. A total of 34 vacancies, and you will be a commissioned officer, permanent commission.